A 6-car inversion, which put the pole sitter back in 6th place for the start of every race Friday night at Kingsport Speedway, did cause quite a bit of havoc, although the one division where you'd really expect to see a lot of damage was pretty tame. The Pure 4 class got off to a reasonably good start with Lloyd Baker starting on the pole. He held the first place position for several laps. That green number 7. This isn't the old-fashioned Pure 4 with junkyard motors. There was only 3 cars in the Mod 4 class out of 9 that would have even won the pole in the Pure 4 division. You see on lap 7 though, the 7 car of Baker, mechanical problems. He's out, and our perennial winner John Ketron is in the lead with Absher right beside him. 6 car of Dylan Bates, also tons of horsepower, 28 there. Jason Ketron. And that 74 looking back there, that's the Jimmy Hilliard car, but it's driven this week by Keith Helton, whose car had mechanical problems in practice. Jimmy Hilliard recovering from surgery, unable to drive that car. It's a really good car though. Pretty good battle between Ketron and Hilliard. Hilliard finally does fall, and Ketron's out. Hilliard tons of straightaway speed, not turning his car in the corners as good as the green cars. The green cars seem to turn a little bit better, especially John Ketron's 26. But we got a 3-way battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th here. Absher, Jason Ketron coming to take the checkered flag. Helton, little contact with Jason Ketron. He steals 3rd place. And coming around, we see Jason Ketron pulls up beside Helton there to congratulate him. Apparently, those two have quite a history, as does Helton with most of the fast runners in this division.
Yeah, man, it's just one of them deals. I went in and the 28 was up high, and I had my nose in there, and he came down, and I mean, I was on the brake, but there ain't nothing I could do. I mean, I could have stayed in the gas and jumped him up here, but I mean, if they're gonna get mad about it, whatever. We'll come back and do it again. But yeah, now we're gonna have to chase them. We'll see. I guess that's another story. Great, another day.
In a 30-lap street stock race, the 6-car inversion put the 11 of Sam Hurd on the pole. Beside him, the 43 of Mark Christian. Then you have the cars that really have the better chance of winning. The 6-car of Chris Donnell, 25 Rob Austin, 63 Nick Cole, 48 pole sitter. That this week driven by Royce Peters on the initial start. Christian a hard time getting started. Rob Austin bangs into him and then quickly out into the lead, but here comes Royce Peters in the second. Focus. Royce Peters already sniffing for the lead. Rob Austin back to 2nd place. Several laps later, we had the leaders beginning to lap the slower cars of Hurd and Christian. Rob Austin to the outside of Hurd and runs out of room. Big crash. Austin hard into the inside wall. Hurd hard into the outside wall. Red flag is out. A lot of damage on that Hurd car. You see fluid. Took them a while to get that dried up. I don't think there's any oil. It's just water. Hopefully just a radiator. No permanent, no hard damage to the motor. You see Austin being pulled away. Austin, a regular winner at Lonesome Pine. He had several wins at Kingsport, but Lonesome Pine Raceway in Coburn really his home track. Lots of wins, lots of championships. 19 laps in, you see Hurd and Austin talking about it down in the backstretch pits during the cleanup. Walked away friends. There's the law, making sure no trouble. On the restart, John Harrell in second place doesn't get going. They get 3 wide on the front stretch. Uh-oh, run out of room. Big trouble again. That's Chris Tunnell, Harrell, and Cole. Cole in the white 63. Damage in all 3 cars, and I want you to look here. Harrell, his right front wheel jiggling. There's definitely some damage there, other than tire damage. He needed a spotter to tell him, come in, that thing is wobbling pretty bad on the restart. He probably realizes now he wasn't going to be able to continue, and Harrell up out of the groove and into the pits. Cole gave Royce Peters a pretty good run for his money in the last lap. There was only 4 cars left on the track. But Peters running that low, safe line, able to hang on for the win. That's Peters' first win this year.
Looks like on that start, on that restart, that he just maybe started missing again. We all went 3 wide. He just all got loose after that. Very proud to come out with a second place tonight. I didn't want to wreck Mr. Peters. I didn't want to wreck him. I could have dropped down in there and dropped down to me what done to me 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't going to do that. So, it feels good to have my first car victory lane tonight. Greg Harvey, Son Medell car here, especially taking calls, we drive the car, and really had a good time, and it feels great to be in victory lane here.
On the 25 lap Mod 4 feature, Chris Ambergy on the front row in the 6-car inversion. Beside him, the number 5 of Mike Williams. You see the 45 of Billy Duty quickly out to the lead, and then Ambergy says, "You're not going up front this fast," to Kirby Gobble, spins him around the 88. On the restart, a little cleaner, the 33 of Dennis Arnold makes a move with Duty. Duty led early. Another restart here. We see by this time Gobble's in the lead. Big mess. There's Luke Fox. We saw him quite a bit in the late model video. Ambergy and Williams. Ambergy and Williams had some kind of conflict going on throughout this whole race. I'm not quite sure what the history is there, but apparently they don't like each other. Again, Kirby Gobble, the wily veteran, out in the front. He clears his competitors pretty easily, and the only question left to be answered during this race was if Ambergy and Williams would wreck each other again. Kirby Gobble coming down to take the checkered flag. Oh, that's the white flag. Gobble easily with the win. We see Williams and Ambergy. I cut to them because those two were in a calamity throughout the entire race. You see the damage on both cars. Just kind of wondering if they were going to make it to the finish before destroying each other, and they do. Here you see Kirby Gobble celebrating in victory lane. He didn't have an interview. He needed to get back. He's crew chief in a late model probably. Coming to the white flag, the 25 car of James Deese in the rookie Pure 4 class passes Michael Jeter. Jeter led the whole race up to that point. Deese takes the checkers ahead of Dieter and Brandon Crumley in the red and the blue number 7. All 3 of those drivers have a win so far this year.